everything looks the same. Everything looks the same when you watch it. Everything is crisp, everything is beautiful, and this was kind of a reaction to that in a lot of ways. You know, this can't look like or sound like anything that you've seen on television.
That was actor and director Bennie Safdie talking about his new TV show, The Curse, and why it looks and feels so different from any other show on TV right now. In this video, I'll try to explain why The Curse succeeds in doing this, and how you might be able to identify these techniques to improve your visual literacy and recognize how TV shows are using subtle tricks to deceive their viewers. Welcome to The Curse.
How are you guys doing, just like in general? Okay.
Well, you know how I'm doing.
Yeah. It's just Martha from HGTV. She stopped by today, so.
Is she still here?
Do you see it? The image doesn't look sharp. There's all this colored noise all over the screen. People are walking through the action. And what was that dirty window in that previous shot again? Let's ask Bennie if he can explain it for us.
We shot this HD at super high ISO. So it's
what's ISO?
It's basically, if you're in low light situations, you crank up the sensor to get the image into the camera. But what that does is it creates a lot of digital noise. So by shooting at HD with this high ISO, the image looks crazy and it's aggressively digital.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful, but it's crummy at the same time. And that shouldn't be on your television set. There's no reason that should be on your television set. So much so that it was so hard to get Showtime to agree to let it be on their television set, because they're like, it's gotta be 4K. And we're like, it is 4K. And they're like, well, how did you shoot it? And we're like, it doesn't matter.
To really understand why this visual style is important, we have to take a look at what the show is actually about. The Curse follows Whitney and Asher attempting to turn their real estate business into a reality show and the problems that arise when making a TV show. The Curse delves into themes of exploitation, capitalism, gentrification, and most importantly, what reality means. Now, that last topic isn't all that unfamiliar to the show's creators, Bennie Safdie and Nathan Fielder, whom both also act in the show. Nathan Fielder has been exploring this topic ever since he started making Nathan For You, which challenges reality TV norms by combining real businesses with absurd and scripted scenarios.
The way I see it, the only way you can go to your gym is in disguise.
I can put it to work.
Nathan For You creates a unique and humorous twist on the traditional reality TV format, which aired from 2013 till 2017. And after that, he also made one of my personal favorite shows called The Rehearsal, which is also about questioning what is real and what is fake on TV, and how the camera changes behavior in its subjects. For Bennie Safdie, it's not necessarily the topic of reality, but the visual style he uses in his projects that set him apart. Having worked on a lot of projects with his brother, Josh Safdie, the Safdie brothers are filmmakers recognized for their work in independent cinema, with notable films like Good Time and Uncut Gems. Their unique visual and narrative style, characterized by intense, immersive storytelling and a raw, documentary-like aesthetic, really makes their work stand out. So even though they were working on different kinds of projects, the similarities and interests and their work brought them together.
See, that's where it all started. We just wanted to be friends, you know. Or we met, we mutually liked each other's stuff, and then a friendship came, and then the show came out of that.
Let's try to trace the visual style from both creators' previous works back and analyze it. Here's a fragment by the Safdie brothers explaining the camera setup for a video where they try to trick Adam Sandler into doing a Q&A about the movie Uncut Gems without him knowing he's being filmed. Pay attention to how it looks.
Yeah, we have cameras hidden throughout this restaurant. Everyone you're seeing, if you see anyone in the background, they're real diners. They're real people eating, so we have a camera right here that obviously we're talking to. We have a camera right here.
This guy.
We have that camera over there, hidden behind the ferns. And then we have this one all the way across the street.
Now let's compare that to a scene from Nathan Fielder's The Rehearsal, where a non-actor in a real bar wants to tell a real friend something without her knowing she's being filmed. Try to notice how different it looks.
Yeah, the pizza tastes better after a certain period of time. The piece is good, but then after a couple rounds, it really hits it to the last spot.
So what did we see? The Safdies film in a more cinematic aspect ratio and are using an anamorphic lens with a shallow depth of field, which means the background is nice and blurry. And if you look closer, there's no digital noise or artifacts in the image because it's exposed properly with a low native ISO. So even though they say it's all hidden cameras, it still looks like a scene out of a movie. So let's compare that to the scene from The Rehearsal again. It's filmed in the aspect ratio of TVs. The background is clearly visible, but the overall image is not that sharp. And because it's in a real environment where the production team couldn't properly light the scene, the image looks very noisy. We see this, but most importantly, we feel it.
What is this?
Don't break up his momentum.
That's just
there's like a mic.
comfortable.
People love this movie.
I don't know what the fuck I've been saying. Did I say anything stupid about anybody?
It's been.
So why does this matter for The Curse? It's because this show explores how people behave both on and off camera. We're aware that individuals often act differently when they know they're being filmed, so by manipulating camera features reminiscent of a hidden camera, we can create the illusion that people are unaware of being recorded. This applies even to a scripted TV show like The Curse, hence blurring the lines between reality and fiction. And that's the reason why The Curse just works. It's not that they lack the resources to give the show a cleaner and more polished look. It's a deliberate creative choice, intended to elevate the quality and concept of the show. I can even remove some of the noise in post-production myself and make it look cleaner, but that's not the goal of the show. If you look at the show Flipantropy, the show the main characters are making within the show The Curse, I know it's confusing if you haven't seen it, but stay with me. We see a visual style we're familiar with. It looks clean, properly lit with beautiful blurry backgrounds, and a nice and commercial color grade with no digital noise whatsoever. And this contrasts between the perfect reality show about a lovely couple who try to make a small city a better place, and the show we, the real viewers of The Curse, are watching. I like to think Bennie Safdie's character in the show, Dougie, the director of the show within the show, would really like to watch The Curse, because he wants to capture these imperfections in relationships so that there's tension. Because that's what reality TV is all about. These reality shows masterfully balance tension and release, offering a seamless viewing experience for the audience. The producers and editors make it so easy to understand that while skipping through TV channels, you just get drawn in. This is also why I understand some people don't like The Curse. It keeps building tension without ever really releasing it, and so most of the time I'm also a bit frustrated while watching it. Even though I know that's what the show wants to achieve, it can still be tough to watch. However, a few days after each episode, I just can't get the show off my mind. And in this video, I'm only really touching on the visual aspect, but it's important to note that this show has much more to offer. The story is compelling and multifaceted, and features some really good acting. Plus, I haven't even touched on the show's crazy music yet. It's composed by John Medeski and executive produced by Daniel Lopatin, also known as 103.Never, so the music has a synth-like, peculiar and spiritual vibe that perfectly complements the show's overall odd atmosphere. Now, as of the making of this video, we're one episode away from the finale of the show, and I'm excited to see how things wrap up. Also, if you're interested in hearing the actual creators talk about the show, they do talks after episodes and it's all on YouTube to watch, so I'll link those videos in the description. For now, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to like and subscribe for more content, and I'll join the discussion in the comments. Until then, see you later!